Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. Today's episode is going to be an interesting grade reveal. A couple of caveats. Number one, these are not my cards, and so that's unusual. This will be the first grade reveal where I'm revealing somebody's cards other than my own. These were cards that a really good friend of mine purchased raw from an Upper Deck employee who received these as an employee exclusive gift. And so it's I think it's an 8-card set. I'm going to pull it up over here on PSA so we can kind of look at it together. He only bought the basketball cards. So we're talking about the 2023 Upper Deck employee exclusive precious metal gems. So we're going to grade, I believe it's 7 precious metal gems and then a LeBron James jambalaya. So we're looking at Ben Simmons, Imani Bates, LeBron James jambalaya, Michael Jeffrey Jordan retro PMG, Jabari Smith, promising young prospect on the Rockets. He did not buy these football guys, which I'm not going to recognize any names. Scoot Henderson is in here, obviously a Rookie of the Year candidate along with Victor and Chet. Shadon Sharp, who had a phenomenal rookie season and looks to be a huge, integral, foundational piece for the Blazers going forward. And that should be it. What's really strange is that I don't see the Upper Deck J.A. LeBron James. Maybe that's oof, I don't know. We're going to figure this out together. But he has a LeBron James PMG and a LeBron James jambalaya in here. And I should also mention, I did the grade reveal video that's going to be sandwiched in the middle of here, right? First, I'm doing the introduction second, and then I am going to third record. We're going to take a look at some of the prices in Card Ladder of the cards in the grades that they received. So stay tuned after the grade reveal to check out some sales history on Card Ladder. There's not a lot of these cards out here. As you can see, I've got the PSA Pop Report pulled up. There's only one 10, and it's a LeBron. There are no 10s for Ben, for Imani Bates, for Jordan, for Jabari, for anybody else. And if you look real closely, you know, there's anywhere from 12 to 30 or 40 graded for each of these. Well, really 12 to 28 it looks like is the most that's been graded in any of them. So I don't know what the print run is. I did a little research to try to find out what the approximate print run was, and I couldn't figure it out. The cards are not serial numbered to the best of my knowledge. Well, they're not serial numbered. I know they're not serial numbered because we looked at them. But most of the cards receive the average grade is an 8. Like if you look up here, you'll see there's been 142 of these graded. And then the average grade is around an 8. And so, 7.75 or 8.1 is probably the average grade if I had to guess. So stay tuned. Let's see what he got. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. Stay tuned at the end. We'll look at some of the Card Ladder prices. If you watch the Cajun Cardboard channel, I want you to consider using the PWCC Marketplace. It's a great place to buy sports cards, and you can even support the channel through my affiliate link, which is conveniently located in the YouTube description to this very video you're about to watch. Pause the video, get into the YouTube description, look in the top right of the channel, and you're going to see a link to PWCC. Save that link in your browser, and now you are able to buy sports cards on the PWCC Marketplace just like I do, and at the same time support the Cajun Cardboard channel. All right, here we go. So this should be an interesting box rip. I've got one of my best friends. These are not my cards. So out of Element of Transparency, these are not my cards. I've got one of my best friends who recently purchased the Upper Deck Exclusives Complete Set Raw. I don't know much about this set. I will probably do something in the intro kind of describing the set, but I'm doing this first. I'm going to do the intro second, if that's ass backwards enough. He sent these off to PSA, so this is a PSA grade reveal of the entire Upper Deck Employee Exclusives set. I don't know what's in here. I don't even know who's in the set at the time we're breaking this or we're opening this and revealing these grades, but I asked him if we could do it on the channel. He hasn't seen the grades, so he's literally hovering over my shoulder, waiting just like you are and just like I am to see how these things graded. I did warn him This is these are PMGs, by the way. I guess I should have probably said that, and I'll say it in the intro. So these, I'm going to put it to where they're facing perfect. Okay, they're facing down. We'll go one at a time. This is going to be fun. They are PMGs, so I did warn him these are not going to grade well. And we're going to start as far at the bottom as you can, which is Ben Simmons. And so as you can see, card number 1 here. How many cards is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's my understanding this is the entire set. Card number 1 is the Ben Simmons. And as you can see on the back of these cards, it's, you know, employee exclusive. Congratulations, this is with great appreciation and gratitude that we present you with this employee exclusive card. Upper Deck always has partnered with the best athletes in the world, past and present, except also Ben Simmons. We are proud to present to you this Precious Metal Gems card featuring Ben Simmons. It is through all your efforts that Upper Deck continues to grow and maintain its industry leadership position. And then apparently somebody's like, screw you, Upper Deck, I don't like working for you. And then my friend Jeff bought these cards at a really good price. Jeff, are all of these cards gonna be for sale? But except the Jordan?
Most likely.
Okay, we don't know what the grades are. I asked him a question. It was an open-ended question. We need to see what the grades are. Most of these will be for sale. If you're interested in the cards, get in touch with me. I'll put you in touch with my buddy. So Ben Simmons, first card, PSA 7. I kind of told you, I was like 7s and 8s is probably what you're looking at. These are going to grade better than the original, the OG 97 red PMGs, which I'm intimately familiar with. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, these are going to grade better because they're new. It's better technology. They're, you know, the 97s are what now, 26 years old. These are 0 years old. So they're going to grade better, but they're still made with some of the same types of materials. So you're going to have some of the same issues. I'll be honest with you, man. Jeff, I'm looking at this. Damn it.
The back.
Okay, because I was going to say the top left corner, maybe you could say it's a little bit rounded. The surface looks fine. Tough, man. That's a tough-ass grade. Ooh, jeez. Yeah, you see a little bit of edge wear down there. Okay, so if that's a 7. Okay, so we got a 7 on the Ben Simmons. Here, I'll put them out here so everybody can see the grades. Imani Bates. So this was a guy, Jeff, I remember telling you a couple of years ago, hey man, this kid was National Player of the Year as a sophomore and for all ages and as a junior or something like that. He was absolutely a can't miss. He was the next LeBron. Everybody was talking about him. And then he sort of went to Memphis and kind of disappeared. And but now I think he's trying to latch on with an NBA team. He actually had a really good summer league. I think he was on one of the teams that won summer league, an 8. He looks like John Morant, only a lot taller. But there's your Imani Bates. So Imani Bates gets an 8. So we're right on the number. You know, we kind of guessed these would be 7s and 8s. Oh boy, I'm saving this one. Look at this one. So this is the Michael Jordan. We're saving that one for the end. I am worried though, Jeff. I'm looking at the bottom right. Yeah, the bottom right, edge wear.
I'm 6, 5 or 6. It was bad.
And then I guess that's embossing. So I'm seeing, like, if I can swivel it, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on the video, people watching, but I think it's a little bit embossed because I see a lot of creases on the back. In fact, I know that's embossing. So what that means, Jeff, is like the image on the front will emboss through the back and you can actually see the indentions. So that's not a defect in the card. That's the way the cards are created. We're going to wait on that one. This is going to be badass. So you've got, it's a jambalaya, employee exclusives, LeBron James. This is going to grade pretty well, Jeff. That's my prediction. Usually on these jambalayas, the edges are the issue, but let's turn it together. 9. Damn, that's a freaking good-looking card. A Space Jam employee exclusive jambalaya LeBron James. I'll probably pull some of these cards up in Card Ladder and do an outro or do a post reveal after this. And so we'll look at some of the values of some of these cards just so you guys have some good idea. That's something that I do that's a little bit different from most people on the channel. That's a nice grade there, Jeff. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. Shadon Sharpe, huge prospect for the Blazers. He's absolutely as bouncy as it gets. He's in a great situation as long as they can move one of those guards. Great foundation. I'm a big Damian Lillard collector, so I talk to people about this guy all the time. Tremendous upside. It's got some edge wear over here on the right side. Most of these, almost all of them, Jeff, look like they have it specifically on the right. I'm not sure why that is. PSA 7. PSA 7 for the Shadon. And look, if you can kind of look close, I'm going to try to swivel this thing so y'all can see. It's almost like there's a brick wall behind him. So that's a really cool backdrop to that card. And these are kind of, what is the word, Jeff? Magenta? Fuchsia? I don't know. Purple, I guess. Jabari Smith. Hot prospect, power forward down in Houston. Who knows what the hell those idiots are doing? They've got a log jam at the guard position. Well, not as log jam now that Kevin Porter Jr. broke somebody's neck. Jabari Smith's down there. Had an amazing summer from what I recall. And PSA 7, right on the number, wearing a plain white tee. And of course, Jeff, you know all these are going to be unlicensed, so you're not going to see any team logos or anything like that because Upper Deck doesn't have the license. Panini still has that NBA license. Scoot Henderson, another Blazer. So he'll go right next to Shadon Sharp. Maybe that's a pairing. You want to sell them, you sell them together. Big Blazers fan may come in and scoop them up. PSA 8, that's a good looking card right there. Scoot Henderson, certainly in the Rookie of the Year conversation with Wembanyama, and then Chet Holmgren, who's actually still going to qualify for that Rookie of the Year. And then who do we have? We got LeBron. So we've got a LeBron Jambalaya, which is incredible. And then we got a LeBron PMG and a Jordan PMG. And just like in the real world where LeBron ranks behind Jordan, we're going to do LeBron first and save the best for last. How about that? PSA 8. It's a good one there. It's with the Pizza Hut ball. I love it. And it says, we are family. It looks like that might be, I got my glasses on, that might be a St. Vincent St. Mary shirt. I can't really tell, to be quite honest with you. But it looks like he's wearing those retro Barclays. Man, I used to wear those shoes when I'd go play pickup. But the LeBron gets an 8, so that's good. So all 7s and 8s, except for the 1-9 for the Jambalaya. And I'm telling you, it's probably because there's no corners. So it's a 10 for corners. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's one of the subgrades, like guarantee. So I'm thinking here, I'm worried because they've been jamming people up on the Jordans. We've seen all 7s and 8s, so you would be thinking a 7 or an 8, but my eye on this card went straight to the bottom right edge, but it doesn't look any worse than the 7, so I'm thinking this is going to be a 7 or an 8. 7. So that's it, and you can see a little bit of whitening on that bottom left. I'm not a grading expert. You guys know that, even though I've sent a bazillion cards off. But, man, it's a good-looking card, Jeff. And there are huge retro Jordan collectors. So this is what we would call a retro precious metal gem. It's obviously not the original from 97 championship or 97 reds or greens or 98, which were the originals. But these are called retros. But there's definitely a market for these cards. And we'll do some card ladder research, sales history after, and we'll check it out and see what they're worth. So that's it, guys. That's your set right there. I didn't know, you didn't tell me a Jambalaya came in with the set, Jeff. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's a great looking card right there. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm an MJ over everything guy, but this is the best looking card in here. That's a really good looking card, and it just so happened to grade the best. So that's one. Maybe I'll take that one off your hands. Maybe we'll negotiate. I might try to negotiate something with Jeff after this. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the ending. We'll look at some of the prices of these cards. And thanks for watching. And stay tuned.
Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed that grade reveal video. 8 cards, but 8 pretty cool cards. You know, a little bit of something for everybody. Jordan collectors, LeBron collectors, if you like prospecting. Really, Ben Simmons is the only one who's sort of the oddball card that I don't think is going to be real high on people's radars, but you never know. There may be a Ben Simmons collector out there. So, grades came back, 7s, 8s, and 1-9. It looked like that is almost exactly what I kind of warned Jeff about. My friend picked these up at a really good discount and a raw set from an Upper Deck employee. And he's going to do just fine financially. It's going to end up being a really good flip for him, just in and out. He's probably going to keep the Jordan. He might keep the LeBron Jambalaya. We didn't know how good looking that card was until we looked at it. But I've got it kind of pulled up over here on Card Ladder here. You guys can see it on the screen. It's just a really good looking card. Hopefully you got a good look at it. I'm not sure what my camera quality was, but it's the Space Jam Toon Squad Jambalaya employee exclusive. It's just a really good looking card, and you guys know from listening to my channel, I am not a retro anything guy. I don't buy retro cards. I don't like retro inserts. I don't mess with any of that stuff, even the Jordan stuff. But those were the results. Those were the grades. He was very much prepared because I warned him. I was like, don't expect to get some 10s. He's like, the 10s are worth this much. The 10s are worth that much. I'm going to make a killing. And I was like, be careful, man. And so let's go back to Card Ladder and look at some of the values of some of these cards. So I've got 2023 employee upper PSA LeBron plugged in. So that should get us a, here, let me get you over here. Sorry about that. So that should get us a good look at it. You know, the last one that sold, this is sorted by date order. So the last one that sold is right here. It was an 8.5. It sold for $564. An 8 sold for $600. The Jambalaya 8 sold for $700. Another 8 sold for $500. You know, when the cards came out earlier, like the further back you go, probably the more valuable the card was. Although somebody stole one down here in May for $375. That seems crazy. Anyway, interesting there on the LeBron. What about the Jordan? That's kind of the one that, most of the people watching my stuff are going to care the most about the Jordan. There's the Jordan card. There's no jambalaya Jordan, so it's just 7s, 8s, and 9s. The Jordan 7, which is what Jeff got, is last sold for $710 about 5 days before I'm recording this video. The PSA 9 sold for $39.60. As we looked at in the introduction, there's only one PSA 10 out there, and it's LeBron. So no luck there. The PSA 9 Jordan $39.60. That's a big card. Jeff just missed it. Even the 8 would probably have been a 4-figure card, almost certainly. You can see the 8 sold here in June and August. 1550, 1087, 1125. I was kind of surprised the other guys weren't worth as much. And again, these are non-licensed, so it's pajama cards, right? But the Scoot Henderson, even in a PSA 8.5, $270. I just kind of, I don't know. I thought it would be worth a little bit more than that. I don't know. I don't know much about retro, PMG stuff. What about the Jabari? I don't know if any Jabaris were even. Yeah, there's a Jabari, $66 for an 8.5. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. I think he could probably get more than that right now because Jabari had a really good summer league from what I saw. Ben Simmons, I'm expecting the worst. Wow, somebody paid $125 for the 9 Simmons. Somebody paid $350 for the 9 Simmons. Somebody in June paid $40 for the Ben Simmons, which seems about right for me. I'm not sure what value that card actually holds. And then who else was in here? I'm forgetting here. Shadon Sharp was in there. Let's check out the Shadon Sharp just so we have some idea, and that'll probably call it that'll be a wrap. The Shadon PSA 8 sold for $138. There's a Shadon Sharp collector group out there for sure. I'm in a Damian Lillard collector group, Instagram group chat. And they collect Lillard, but they also collect other Blazers. They're very excited about Scoot up in Portland. I can promise you Blazers fans worldwide are very excited about Scoot. There is a logjam in the backcourt with Scoot and Shadon and Simons and Lillard, but hopefully they'll figure that out with the Lillard situation. It's probably best to move on from Lillard. They are not going to be a highly successful team this year. They certainly don't factor into the NBA championship. So we'll see what they end up doing. But Shadon is a huge piece of that franchise going forward, along with Scoot and Anthony Simons. So we'll see what they end up doing. Anyway, that's it, guys. Nice, quick little PSA grade reveal video. You know how I do it. I actually took a little bit longer than normal and let it marinate a little bit on those reveals, just because my friend Jeff was standing over my shoulder. So he enjoyed it. He had not looked at the grades, which, if you know this guy, that was very, very difficult for him to hold this overnight and not look at it. He's kind of like me. He wants to know it immediately. He's not real patient, just like me, and that's why we're friends. But anyway, interesting cards there, just a little bit out of the ordinary. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys joining me for this. Thank you for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby, and peace.